So, the new year is coming. How do you set your goals? Or maybe even better, how do you make from these goals, from the new year, how do you create the best goals? And I think in this video, I will share with you, let's say, my strategy, my systems in how you can make your yearly goals. And in my opinion, this is so important because they will shape basically your new year. And in this video I will cover with you like 4 topics, 4 areas where you want to set goals in and how they can help you create your hopefully best year. So let's do a little bit of a deep dive. I want to share with you these 4 areas, or how I will call them, the 4 pillars. So you can look at it as like a house or like a temple. I like to think a little bit bigger, like a temple. But you build up this temple and we need 4 pillars to create this home for yourself and to shape these goals. They will help you to keep a good balance as well in your life between different areas. Now, first of all, everything I will share with you is a concept. It's like a strategy, it's like a system. You can use this, you can adapt this a little bit, you can make 5, 6 pillars out of this, but I think this is the bare minimum you want to create in your life for the new year. And of course, I will share some extra tips with you as well, how to create these really good goals. So let's go into these topics, and at the end of this video as well, you will have basically your goals for the new year. So stay tuned, I would say, and let's go to the first pillar. And the first pillar is what I call health. Okay, we want to be in a good shape, obviously, right? We want to feel in a good to be in a good energy. Most of the days we want to feel good. We want to feel like we have energy to do things, that we are not tired. Maybe, depending on your goals, you want to look like really good as well. I mean, who doesn't, right? So all these things are important to think about. But I think for me personally as well, but the most important thing is your energy, okay? So we want to focus on that part. Now, in health, in my opinion, there are like 3 things you want to think about, and after this I will give you a small exercise to create some goals already in this area. So I will give you a little bit of an, how do you call it, like inspiration basically, in where you can think about. So health is for me consisting about like power, okay, your strengths basically. So how strong are you, like if we look in a practical way. The other one is flexibility. So how flexible are you, like your muscles, is it like tightening up all the time, or you're like really stressed or not, for example. And also cardio, so like how long can you run, for example, okay? All these things are a sign of how fit you are, how energized you are, and how much not. And then in the middle of this you can also of course add and think about other topics like food, which is really important as well, of course. So you, with health, you have a concept in your head, what can it be? So I want to create like make a list for now what all the goals you can achieve for yourself in this area of health. So the most important rule is like, don't limit yourself, don't think, oh, is this a health goal or not? No, everything where you think about, just write it down. I would like you to do this, like after I say this, I will say like stop the video and you can make it for yourself. But think about this for yourself. So what can be I will give you a few things, a few points where you can think about this like an inspiration, but it can be, of course, losing weight. It's like usually a really big one, but this can be a really good one for this area. For example, going, let's say, 3 times a week to the gym, or maybe you want to start going to the gym for the very first time in your life or whatever. This can be all goals in this area. Running a marathon or half marathon, or maybe just 8 kilometers straight without stopping, stuff like that. Those are like goals you can think about. Eating healthier, stop smoking, stop drinking alcohol, or limit yourself in alcohol. Maybe you will say like, okay, I would just do like 3 glasses of wine a week maximum. That's what it is. So many things you can think about. Yoga, but even like meditation can be included in this as well. So I would say go ahead. if you can, make sure you have a paper in front of you, or get the paper in a little bit, a pen, just pen and paper, more you don't need, and write down for, let's say, the next, well, at least 5 minutes, but I would like you to take 10 minutes to think about this. Write down all the goals. They don't have to be like really, let's say, really concrete already, like really clear goals, but just write everything down. It's like a brainstorm. Make a list of all the health goals you can think about, which you wanna to work on, maybe want to work on in this year, and then after that we will continue. So this is the moment to stop the video for a little bit. Take this 5-10 minutes until your brain is like done and you're like, okay, I can't think about anything else anymore. But the moment you don't think about anything else anymore, keep pushing a little bit more to really think if there is not more to think about. Okay, don't stop too early. Nowadays, society is really easy. We have so much technology, we don't have to think so much anymore. We become more lazy sometimes. No, really trigger your brain. This is the exercise. So stop the video, make the health list, and then we will continue to the second pillar. All right. So if you stop the video, you made this whole list. Hopefully, I really hope that you did this. Because this will be the most valuable part of this whole video, to actually make this exercise happening. And actually you can do this all the time, okay? So even if you would watch this video later on, let's say not at the end of the year to make them for the beginning of the year, or just in the beginning of the year, but halfway, it works still, okay? The same concept is working as well. It's not just something you have to create at the end of the year. Okay, the second pillar we will focus on. So health is really important, but we also need a few more things to think about. If we would only focus everything we do on health, we are missing out on a few things. And the other second thing is what I call money. And with money, obviously, I mean a lot of different things, but it can be your finances. It can be your, if you have one, your business. Yeah, everything where income is coming in. Passive income streams. It can be your job, right? The job you are working in. So think like maybe your investments. Yeah, stocks you have, real estate you want to work on, goals you have in these kind of areas. It can be a lot of different things. Buying your first house, mortgages, like whatever. Everything that includes money is in this area, in this pillar. So this is the second one we want to focus on. And I give you already a few like really small examples, but you can think a little bit deeper than this, okay? So if, for example, you are currently having your own business, basically, you can make goals in this business, right? Like, where do you want to go? Not just how much money do you want to spend to make, for example, but also to think about what can I improve in my business to, for example, make more money. But even there, it's not just about the money. The goal can also just be, for example, okay, I want to create 1,000 more followers on one of your social media platforms, okay, whatever, like Instagram or like on your YouTube or like whatever you want. Yeah, this is also a goal including this part. So don't take that word like money as a pillar too literally. So think about this as well. So again, I can give you a few like inspirational stuff where you can work on. Even, let's say, reading a book about finances can be a really good one as well. Maybe you have some goals in the area where you want to reduce your, let's say, spendings. How much you spend. Maybe you are now like, okay, I spend too much money on this, like let's say on alcohol, for example, or on parties, or like, and you actually don't want to do that. Then you can focus on that part as well. You can also think about like FIRE, which has to do with like, you know, like financial independence. So make your financial independent, retire early. That's what it's standing for. That plan. Do you have a plan for this? A plan for your retirement already? You can think about this and what do you want to accomplish in this year to create that. In your job, maybe you don't really like your job so much, or you want to switch jobs for some reasons, maybe for more money, maybe for a better environment, maybe for better, yeah, colleagues in because you don't like them, maybe, or like whatever it is. Okay, a remote job. I travel a lot myself. I meet a lot of local people as well, and they are like, oh my god, I want also to work remotely. So this can be also a thing to work on. This can be your first steps. You don't have to create it directly, but your first steps towards let's say more freedom, if we are talking about the remote job. Okay, I think you have a kind of idea of what you can put in this area, but again, don't take it to literally write everything down that you think like, oh my god, this has to do with this area. Don't limit yourself. Don't try to limit your brain. Okay, I can't emphasize it enough, so please pay attention to that area. Okay, money. So stop the video, make a list again, and see you for the third pillar. And then hopefully you did it again. You picked your pen and paper, you wrote all the stuff down. So now, if it is correctly, you have 2 brainstorm sessions done, 2 pillars where you focused on. You have some goals for health now, and you have some goals for money right now. We go to the third one, and I call it happiness. And in this area, I would like you to focus with happiness. I would like you to think about basically 2 kind of things. The first one is your relationships. So this can be, if you have a partner, you can let's say separate it in like a partner, or you can separate it from like your social life. So if you're like single, okay, you can focus on that part, or finding a partner as well, basically. Yeah, so there's like those 2 things, like in the social area, your partner and like your, let's say, friends, but also your family, everything that includes your social life. Then the third one I want to focus on, so actually 3 things is better, is what I call fun. And yeah, I always like this one to think about this one, but the fun one is like your hobbies, your passions, stuff you really like to do in your life. That can be your job, but it can be like also things outside of your job. Yeah. So you can think about painting, you can think about writing, reading, hiking, running, dancing, but also like meditating. So here it's coming again, so this is one you can put maybe in 2 of the boxes, so etc, etc. You get the point. So here you can focus on everything that has to do with your hobbies, or hobbies you want to create, or maybe something you would like to try. Maybe you want to try photography and you're like, you never tried it before, so it's like, okay, maybe I can put that on the list for this year to try. And if we look to your social connections, is the same. Look into your friend circle. What would you like to change? Or is it already exactly how you would like to have it? You don't have to change it, and is it more about maintaining? And how would you like to keep maintaining that? Think about these things in this area, I would say. For your family, is counting exactly the same. Do you want to reduce some time with some friends because you don't feel that much energy with that particular group, for example, or this specific person? And maybe the opposite. Maybe you want to increase some of your time in some people because, wow, actually it's always so nice, but we don't speak that much with each other. We don't make so much time free for each other. And can you be more, can you pay more attention to that and try to focus on that area, for example? To approach them more, to go for meetings, to do nice things, to hang out, and like whatever. You get the point, I think. So also here, it's counting the same. Take at least 5, but it's like 5-10 minutes to write down things, and don't limit yourself once more to make this list. Good luck, and see you at the 4th pillar. Alright, I hope you stopped the video and you focused on this pillar as well. So we go to the 4th one for now. And this is the last pillar, but hold on, it's not just about these pillars. I will share something after this which makes it really nice to cooperate all these pillars together, let's put it this way. So the 4th one, and also I will give you actually a strategy what to do with this whole list. Okay, like how do we create these goals out of all these lists, because we are not going to work on all these things of the list. I can already give you give this away to you, that we are not going to do that, but we will probably focus on like just a few of them. And actually, to be honest, we will try to focus on just one in each area. But I will give you some exercises how to make the decision which one, for example. Okay, so we move on. The fourth one I want to talk about, the last one in these pillars, is what I call growth. And with growth, I mean developing something which you would like to develop more. So this can be a habit, it can be a focus on like one habit. I like to think in this way, to create habits. You know, I like this kind of system, to take small steps to create positive, good habits in your life, and etc. So focus on this area, like habits, but also you can think, for example, about time management. I think it's a really good one to think about. I think time is the most important asset we basically have in our life. So if we have more time, we're just winning in life, basically. Yeah. So also this is a nice area to think about habits. Also to create maybe more self-discipline in your life. So those are some things you can think about in this last area. So here also I would like you to think about, okay, what can you improve in your own life? What is something you would like to develop? How can you create better or more time in your life, basically? Also better, with better I mean more quality time in your life. How can you get rid of more distractions? How can you create whatever, basically? Okay, so you can think about all these things where you can focus on, and also according to self-discipline, where would you like to be more self-disciplined in, where is it lacking at this moment, etc, etc. But try to focus on habits. Maybe you have some bad habits now you want to get rid of, maybe you have some good habits you would like to create. Make the list, stop the video, and I see you in a bit. Alright, so if it is correctly, you have now 4 lists in total from the 4 pillars: health, money, happiness, and growth. And we will focus just on this. But again, what I said, my system is not the best system out of the world or like whatever. I don't think something like this exists, to be honest. So you can also create a different pillar for yourself, like extra if you want. Okay, if you want to be creative with this, it's like, okay, yeah, this 4 is nice, but actually there is one more. But please don't make more than, well, at least not more than 10, but maybe just not more than 5. Just add like one more. Don't make too much, because it will be more difficult to create all these goals, and also it will be too much. And this is what I like about this system, to think in this way. I created this system, but I also use this system, of course, in my own life basically all the time. And if I make more goals, it's just getting too much. Okay, we only need a few goals to really focus on, and then we can create more goals if we accomplish those goals. I will talk about it more in a little bit. Yeah. So first, we have these lists. So let's say list, 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 list. Now, I would like you to think and make, let's say, a prioritize in this list of like importancy. There is like a few things how you can do that. I would like you to think in, let's say, make 3 numbers in importancy. So let's say number 1 is the most important. Number 2 is like, you're like, okay, this goal is nice, but maybe not that nice that I feel like, okay, I really want to work on this. And the third one is even less. Okay, so try to make this prioritizing list for yourself, and at least make the ones. Okay, so all the ones you have in this list for like each list, basically. And then we will continue again. So again, you can stop the video for a little bit, look at your list, make the ones, the twos, the threes, and after that we continue. So when you stop this video and you made all this list, I want you to focus on the ones. So all the ones, you can circle them or like whatever, keep them together. And I would like you to focus on this one. So the next exercise is to, in each list, so let's say I will give the example of health, but you can do the same with all the other parts. Health is a list. You have a few ones now, if it's correctly. And I would like you to think about the most important one of that list. You can also make a sequence, But for now, I just to make it like really small and really strong, this video as well, I want you to focus on the most important one. So I want to ask you the question, what is the most important one in this list? And that one, circle it, like whatever, do things with it, so it's obvious this is the goal. This is the goal in my health area where I want to focus on in this year. Then additionally to this, you can make the other ones also in a sequence below that. So if you reach that one goal in this year, for example, this is the goal. If you reach it before, you can move on, for example, to the second one, etc. But for now, the most important one. So ask yourself that question. What is the most important one in this area? And then at the end of this exercise, you can stop the video again at that moment, in a little bit basically. You will have, if you do this, 4 major goals for the next year. So stop the video, make this list, and we continue. Alright, if it's okay, you prioritize now and you have 1 major goal for health, money, happiness and growth. We continue from there, because now I want you to ask from those 4 goals the same question. What is the most important goal out of those 4 goals? Stop the video, make a decision, circle it again and make that goal. And if you made that goal, so I hope you did it, and you have this one goal, which you can call I would like to call it like the master goal, top goal, like whatever you want to call it, the master goal for now. This is the main goal, okay? So this is the thing, okay, this is in my area of my life right now the most important. And most likely this is also the most important area you want to like your team of this year, where you want to focus on the most. So you're like saying, let's say it was health, then this basically means health is gonna be this year more important. You want to focus a little bit more on this than the other pillars. All right? So this is most likely the case, and it's like, okay, this year it will be a little bit more focused on health. This doesn't mean we will forget everything about the other things, because as we know now, we need to have balance. Focus just on health all the time. It will reduce maybe your business or like your job, so you will earn less money or nothing anymore if you don't do anything in it, right? Or like your fun part. So if you just focus on health, you're not busy with, let's say, like your social life, etc. I think actually the best example here is to do, and the one of the most common one is like to focus on job, business, that we work so hard and that we forget about our health, that we forget about our social life, that we forget about to grow in a specific area. We really pay attention to ourselves, or me time basically, to focus on the growth part. So pay attention to that as well, of course. But we have one master goal now. We have one team you want to focus on, and this is it. And what we will do now is we will make also like a 1-minute action goal in this area. So what does this mean? We make a smaller goal already right now. So you have one goal, let's say, whatever, it's like difficult to say now, but like let's say it is about, I think it's a common one as well, like starting your own business, creating more freedom in your life, which basically usually means, okay, we need to start creating a business as well. So okay, you want to create a business, and let's say you want to make 3,000 euro a month. This is the goal. From 0 to 3,000 a month, like at the end of the year. This is a big goal actually, okay? So, but it can be, again, it can be any number, okay? 2,000, 4,000, you make the numbers. You're also looking, okay, what is realistic for me? If you don't have so much time, okay, maybe you want to create this year a business which makes you 100 euro a month, $100, like whatever, yeah, to focus on. All right, now we make this goal really small. So this month, what can you do this month? So you make a monthly goal as well. Actually, if you can, make a quarter goal, make a monthly goal, make a weekly goal, and then we go back to the 1-minute action, a daily goal. So what are you going to do today? What is the very first step you want to take today to create this goal? this can be really easy. Okay, this is a really small step towards that. So let's say at the end of the year you would like to have this 100 euro. We bring it back from 3,000 to 100. Okay, well, okay, sorry. We will go back to this 3,000. Okay, we keep this 3,000 for now. We go back. So at the first quarter, you maybe want to earn, like, let's say 500. In the first month, you want to make 100. Then on a weekly basis, you want to make, let's say 30. You make the numbers. And on a daily basis, you need to make maybe 5 euro. Okay. So what can you do today to make that first 5 euro? A really basic step, and maybe it needs to be even smaller because maybe you need some clients, some followers or whatever. So you can start with this. How do I create my first follower? This is becoming easier, right? It's like, okay, maybe I will use a social media channel to start with. Maybe you create for today an Instagram page or a part of an Instagram page. Maybe you just think about only the name of your Instagram page and don't do anything else. And maybe the day after you're gonna do etc, etc. You get the point, right? And this is how you can work with a really easy system on your goals, with just a few goals. And you can do the same with the other 3 goals as well. So these 4 major goals, you can add this and make small steps. But on your master goal, you want to do it every single day. This is non-negotiable. You want to do something which create that. And the other goals you can do on a weekly basis. So every week you can make what I call like a weekly planner. So every week you can take let's say Friday, for 10 minutes you can think about these goals and you schedule time and actions to focus on these goals as well. And if you do this, it's like guaranteed that you are gonna to develop and grow. I don't say you will achieve your goals, because there are like a lot of situations where maybe you don't achieve the goal, maybe you make it a way too big goal, maybe some things happen during the year which are holding you back, etc, etc. But this is something you can focus on. It will give you like a blueprint, it gives you some foundation, something to focus on, and this will create much more like meaningful stuff in your life. But also you can really use this to work on a structured way towards your goals, like all the single day, week, monthly years. Okay, so I hope you like this video, that you can do something with this. Let me know in the comments if this was valuable, if you can work on this, if you created something. Let me know your goals of this year as well. That would be amazing. So share it with me. Give a thumbs up please to help us grow, and also don't forget to subscribe if you found this video helpful, but also maybe even more important, to get more valuable new content in the future. Don't forget to work on this, enjoy your life, have a really good next year, and yeah, focus on your goals. Okay, think big, start small.